And good afternoon, Commanders. It is back. We are here with the #1 Elite Frontier 2 Best Stream Ever thing. We are back. It's Saturday afternoon. It's time for some retro games. So there we go. It's lovely to be with you. It's lovely to be with you here. And I have with me the anti-grind technology. So this is the wonder. This is the wonder of retro games, of course, is we can with let's be honest, put no finer point on it, but called cheat. All right. This is precise. In fact, I don't think we should use the word cheat. We should be changing conditions of the test. Okay. This is I don't believe in the no grind scenario. Retro games. So it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, thank you for a few follows that I've already seen in the chat. Really nice to see a few retro fans along for the ride. So yes, we are playing still. I don't know how many episodes have I done now. It must be at least 12. Frontier Elite 2 from 1993, which is running in DOS, which is just awesome because it's not cheating. It's exploring the game's possibilities. Now, what we have decided. The reason I've left this up on screen because I thought you might be interested in it. We won't spend too much time looking at hexadecimal displays on the PC screen because it's not that exciting, but it is interesting. So we'll spend a little bit of time here just to show you what's going on. We're changing conditions of the test. That's what we're doing, it's like, give them a dose of red particle cannons, blue particle cannons. That should do the job, right? So there we go. We're manipulating intended function. So what we decided now, having played the game, and we've been playing it kind of, I suppose, properly. We haven't been using any game exploits that at least I'm being aware of up until this point. Now, this is clearly is a game exploit, okay? Because we're hacking the save file. That's what we're doing. But the reason for it is as follows: is that we've been playing the game properly, and we have progressed reasonably well over that period of time through different ships. We started off with it was an Eagle that starts off with, isn't it? And then we moved into the Cobra, and we moved into an Asp, and then we moved into a Viper, and then we eventually got our Imperial courier, and we were pretty awesome. And yeah, we were running all the missions, and we were beginning to run out of things to do. So we started looking at the rank grind, for lack of a better word, to get some stuff with the Imperial missions, and it was a bit of a slog. Let's be honest, it was a bit of a slog. We spent 2 episodes just trying to get Imperial rank, and we just weren't getting anywhere. So what I've done is I have hacked the save game file. So now we're awesomely Imperial. Well, we will play that simply for the sake of accessing some of the missions. It otherwise would probably take us hours and hours and hours and hours to get to. So yeah, this is highly dodgy stuff. This is very unethical. So any young people watching, you should screen off now. This is only for old folks, okay? Because you're not allowed to do this. This is very bad behaviour. Don't ever hack things. This is very naughty, okay? So this is clandestine stuff. Don't do this at home, okay? Anyway, hex edit responsibly. Yes, hex edit is a very difficult thing. So anyway, what I've basically got here is this is a decoded version of the save game file of our last playthrough, okay? And what it's basically showing us here is basically this is the file, okay? So this is the readable equivalent of it, and these are the hexadecimal values. So hexadecimal is a way of representing numbers between effectively 0 and 15. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But instead of going to 10 like decimal does, hexadecimal goes A. So A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, and F is 15. And then we go back to 0 again. Okay. So 3D doesn't mean 3D. It means 3, and then what did I say? 10, 11. I'm not very good at reading. 13, okay? So that's what it actually means. So that's what hexadecimal actually is. Okay, you can see all the addresses in the file from 0 to 0F with an offset here, okay? And then basically we have the numbers here. So 3D corresponds to the ASCII character in normal readable text of the equal sign. That's what it means, okay? A space, as you can see, is 20, not 20, 20. A 1 is 31. That's what the codes mean, okay? So anyways, there we go. Without wanting to go into hexadecimal too much, if you're at all interested in hexadecimal, it's quite interesting, and certainly from my perspective as a person who grew up with 8-bit computers, hexadecimal was an extremely important thing to actually be able to do, because virtually everything used it. But anyway, so this is the save game file. Now, there's lots and lots of stuff in here. And as I scroll down, you'll see that most of it's padding, interestingly enough, okay? There isn't much in the file, certainly early on. There's occasional little things, but most of the file is blank. It's just padding, so quite why that is, I'm not entirely sure. For some reason, there's an occasional character that shows up for no reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's some sort of checksum, but anyway, you go down and eventually you start getting to some interesting stuff. Now, what I always admire is somebody figured this out. So, presumably David Braben wrote the routine that generates this file, but there's it's a vast file and it takes a long time to get through it. Now we start getting to some data, okay? Now, I'm just going to show you the ones I've changed, just so you know. What I've done. So here are the, let me just scroll down to here. I need to get down to the 8.9 section. So it's a little bit further down. So down here in 8.9, where is it? 8.9.2 I'm looking for. There we go. Right, 8.9.2. Okay, so here, in this segment here, between 8.9.2D, which is there, and 8.9.2E, those two there, which are now being changed to 1770. That is the elite rating in the file. Okay, that's the elite rating in the file. So what I've done is that basically 1770 in hex is 6,000 in decimal. What that means is the save game now believes I've killed 6,000 people, which basically makes me elite. That's how many people you have to kill to be elite in this game. Okay, so I've hex edited that figure there. And the way you do that is simply you just type over the number. So if I did that, that would now change it back to I'm harmless, all right? Whereas if I put 1770 in there, that is basically elite. Okay, and the other one that I've changed is is this one, which is here. So these first two figures here, 000, that's your federal rank. That is still 0, which means I have no federal rank. The next two are the Imperial rank, and I've checked in the file that I've got here, and in order to push my rank up, I need to change those to about that level, which gives me, I think, Marquis or Duke. I didn't go all the way to the top, I could have done, but that's Marquis or Duke that I've got in there, which is enough to trigger the kind of missions that we need. And that's basically what you do. So what you do then is you save the file, and then you convert it back to the right format for Frontier to load it, and then boom, you've got a save game that gives you all sorts of extra capabilities. So I'm going to start the game now and load that. Now, just so you know, I'm at least being a little bit honest. Okay, I could have been Emperor, yes, maybe I should have been. So the file I'm running, last save position, no, select position from disk. So here we go, save game. It is, where is it? Should be under, where is it? Where's it gone? It should be under H. Why can't I see it? Oh, there we are. Hacked. There we are. Okay, so I am trying to just demonstrate that I'm being reasonably honest. So this is the hacked file that we were just looking at. Here's one I did earlier. Hacked 99. There we go. So what it now shows you is I haven't given the ship. Okay, I haven't changed the ship. All right. I haven't. Because you can, by changing that save game file, you can give this thing ridiculous cargo space and a military class 4 drive. You can do anything you like because the save claim allows you to do so. It doesn't seem to do any referential checking that what you've actually put in the save game file is at all realistic. So you can actually hack the ship, give yourself a totally uber ship. Well, I haven't done any of that. All I've done is I've changed the elite rating, as you saw. And I've changed my Imperial rank. So we are now elite. Ta-da! Congratulations, Drew. Everything else I've left the same, okay? Everything else I've left the same. We are now, I'm now a Marquis, which I think is, which is excellent. And hopefully a few more missions and I'll go further. But we have now the rank that we need to attempt, because I've never done any of these missions before, okay? we now have the ability to take on some of the high-level Imperial missions in order to see what they're like. Because I've never tried them. I have never, ever played them. So this could go very badly wrong. And so the aim here, therefore, is to try these missions, because this is the last but one thing that we must do on this game before we move on to Frontier First Encounters. So and then then we will be the #1 Frontier First Encounter stream on the internet, I hope, as the plan. But there we are. Yeah, so the spacing on the T and the E, I noticed that. I thought, what's gone wrong there? I don't know if that's a font problem or something, but so I'm elite in hacking. Yeah, I'm not. 6,000 kills. I don't know where I got to. I can't remember. Was I competent or something? I can't remember. I can always look it up. But I used to give myself a Lynx carry. It was hilarious seeing launching off a station. Yes. And this is this is why all games now require online saves, because it didn't take long, even in the 90s, for somebody to figure out how to hex edit the save games and basically cheat. So yes, that's one of the arts that's died. 6,000 kills you need to have to get to elite in this version of the game. It's quite high. Everything else I've left the same. Everything else. Yes, I should have made it 5-9. That's a good point. And then we could have killed someone and become elite, couldn't we? That would have been quite cool. Maybe I could do that. But anyway, I've left everything else to say. Now the good news, my friends, is, now have a look at this. So bulletin board. Imperial Navy. So oddly enough, you still get the rubbish missions as well. Deliver a message, deliver some medals, deliver cryptographic code cards, deliver some superconducting wire, yada yada yada. But deliver some medals. We got the assassination missions. Now we have done one of those in real life, but not for the Empire. But I don't think it's going to be all that much different. Maybe we could try one. Assassinate a disloyal company president in the Lalande system. But most importantly, there's an enemy senator. Ooh. But here, now this one looked quite interesting when I checked the save file out. Photograph the Special Forces base in the Sol System 00 and return by midnight on the 17th of December. It is the 30th of October, so that one sounds like it's right up our street. Okay, this is the photo mission that we wanted to take. So I have not tried. I've not tried one of these missions yet. I have no idea how difficult they are, or what else might happen. But yeah, it's only 13,000 credits. But yeah, this is probably one of the key missions. Okay, this is the top of the tree Imperial ranked missions. I think. There isn't there a destroy things with a bomb mission as well? I think that comes up, but this will kind of give us that feel. I like the way we can still deliver some superconducting wire at the same time. But we could. Oh well, there we go. Look, there's another one there. So this save game actually is probably a good place to restore, because we can try both of those missions. So we've got a photographic mission, but we also have a destroy the Special Forces base. Okay, so we can try both from this save. Now I don't know how difficult this is going to be. Any tips on this will be interesting from you guys. So there's a destroy the weapons factory, destroy the listening station. So there's photograph things and blow things up. Okay, so that sounds exactly right up our street, doesn't it? What could possibly go wrong? Remember to ask for a camera. Okay, well let's start off with a camera one, because that sounds slightly less dangerous than the other one. But we've got to go to Sol, which is interesting. Okay, so here we go. So photograph the Special Forces base in the Sol System. How do I film the Special Forces base? Okay, well we'll fit a camera you can trigger from your console as often as you like. Okay. Where is the Special Forces base? It's on the surface of Oberon in the Sol System. Okay. I want more money. It's our policy. They always say that. They don't negotiate. These military guys. What happens if I don't do the mission in time? Only start one if you complete it, but it's better to finish late than not at all. What danger will this mission put me in? It may be dangerous, but nothing compared to the battles I've been in. Okay. Top marks if you photo within 10 kilometers. Basically, I've got to do it high speed and don't crash into the ground, says Commander Ariok. Tip, take a camera. Okay, so does the camera, so if I accept the mission, does the camera get automatically added? If my memory is right, you need to get within 100 kilometers of the target and then get them to see cheese. Or 10 kilometers for a good one. Okay. So, well, let's do it. We know how to get to Sol. Excellent. Right. 13,000 will be paid on your successful return. Good luck. Okay. So, has my ship been equipped with a well, okay. So I've got a camera there. So, and that's all we've got right now on this ship. Now, okay, so we're in a Viper. Is this the best ship to do it in? If I change a ship, does the camera go? Thank you for the follow there, Hogless. Appreciate that. Is a Viper a good enough ship to do this? I mean, it's quite quick, so we can get rid of that. I'm assuming with a we're just kind of trying to get in and out there without getting shot. Don't forget the compact flash card for the camera. They don't use compact flash in the 90s. It's film. It's a film camera. Surely. It'll be one of those, you have to wind it forward between each shot. 35mm job. Or maybe those 126 ones with little cartridges. Do you remember them? Save game allows us to answer those questions. Do it. Yeah, I used to do them in the old Cobra Mark III. Well, in that case, I'll stick with the Viper because that seems like a reasonable ship to be doing this kind of thing. So, enough shields. Well, I haven't got any shields at all. So maybe I'll buy some. Take plenty of double A batteries. That's what we need. Instamatic camera. Maybe it's a Polaroid. Maybe it develops. You just zzz, and then the little square thing comes out. In the future, we will use tapes. Oh, that's too advanced. Yeah, we can't be doing that. Right, so we need to get to Sol, which with this ship won't take us very long, other than the fact that we've got. What's our jump range actually? I can get to Beta Hydro. We have to dump the radioactives, of course, along the way. Anyway, so let's give this a whirl. The old flash cubes. Things that span around on top of the cameras. They were ace. I like them. Oh dear. So I just to include the retro stuff. Okay, I have been making. I made my first mixtape. Look at that. I made my first mixtape for like 30 years, or at least 25 years the other week, because for those of you who know, I'm restoring an old Golf GTI, and it's got a cassette player, and I haven't got anything else that uses cassettes, so I've made myself a new mixtape. And I've even got the pencil, so I can fast forward it. You have to have been born in the 70s or 80s to understand the relationship between these two items. Okay, it's very important stuff. And there is a listen to this. I mean, if you're younger than if you're younger than about 40 something, you won't appreciate this sound. Okay, but let me just do this for the camera. Because look, listen to the sound of this just coming out. It's just really retro. There you go. I just love old school tech. It's good. I should have a cassette player really kind of going in the background, shouldn't I? Unrolled tapes are big pen. Yeah, big pens were the best because they had little six-sided, didn't they? Have I got a big pen? I don't know if that's big, but it's definitely got six sides. Anyway, the relationship between a big pen and a cassette, okay, is, in case your cassette got corrupted, not corrupted, but wound badly, is you'd stick. You can see it. You stick your pen right into the cassette, and then you wind it round to get it back into the right place. That's how you did it. Okay, old school tech. It's good stuff, isn't it? See, not only a retro stream, but retro technology as well. I've got a cassette deck downstairs. Do you remember them? So I've got a very old school stereo system with an amp, a CD player, all separate, a radio, a cassette deck, and a turntable. And I don't have an 8-track or an A-track, but I do have a reel-to-reel system, which is jolly nice. No, it's not Amstrad, it's Sony. Sony from the 80s. I have got a Ghetto Blaster as well. That's currently in the garage. Pulling the cassette out and seeing the ribbon inside, yeah. Oh no. And if you were lucky, you could pull it out really slowly and it would sort of come out, wouldn't it? But if it got wrapped around any of the spindles, then you just knew you were in for an afternoon of absolute pain. Dear, it's good stuff. I like cassettes. I don't know, there's something about cassettes I just like. I don't know. Game copying, yeah, because of course what you used to do, because all your software. Actually, I've got some. Hang on, I'll be back. Back in a moment. There we go. So here, this is pre 16-bit. Okay, so 16-bit we're already on floppy disk. This game that we're looking at right now is 16-bit floppy disk. But before in the 8-bit era back in the 80s, then this is what we had. Okay, this is Jetpack, probably one of the best games for the ZX Spectrum. All right. And this is my original copy that I bought back in, I don't know, 83 or something like that, for probably $5.99. Okay, it doesn't sound all that expensive, but it was quite a lot of pocket money back in 1982 or 83, whatever it was. And it even says, I don't know if you can see that made in England. It was a lot of that. And this is a cassette. Okay, this is computer software, and this is what it looked like. All right, so there's the there's the inside. It is a cassette. All right. That is the original, and this one still works. I have tested it; it does work. So that is the original Ultimate Play the Game copy of Jetpack, and your software came on cassette, and so you'd have to put it in the cassette player and sit there playing it for like about 5 minutes before your game would load. It's all very, very cool. But in order to copy that, you see, you could just, if you had a tape-to-tape player, cassette recorder, you could put the original in one side and put a blank tape in the other and record across between the two, and then instant pirated game. And that's what introduced copy protection and all sorts of hyperloaders and lens locks and all that sort of kind of good stuff. A cassette joke: on side A we sing, on side B we apologise. Mine on the C64 took 13 minutes to load, or just failed. Yes, because of course what would happen quite a lot of the time is when you were loading on the Spectrum, you'd get R tape loading error, and then that would be it. You'd have to restart it. Like, although ironically, it takes longer nowadays to download DLCs every week than it does to load from cassette. We haven't gone forward there. Anyway, we're getting distracted by cool retro gear, all right? The Atari 800 was almost 30 minutes. The longest Spectrum game was only about 4 or 5. It felt longer, but it was only about 4 or 5 minutes, which is because the Spectrum actually had quite a fast, for the time, cassette loader. I think it was about 1200 bits per second, which doesn't sound very much, but for cassette that was pretty good. And it was a 48K game would load in about 4 minutes, so that's not bad really. I remember my local computer store used to keep the games locked in glass cabinets, and you used to have to ask to get the cassette out to read, apart from bargain bin where games went to die. Who's getting distracted, Drew? Is it me? Dear. Anyway, right. We're wasting time. We're supposed to be taking photographs, clandestine photographs. Never-ending story on the 120. I've never really got into the 128K Spectrum. I need to play with that at some point. Right, I love how I distract myself. It's very, very good. Yes, you used to get cassettes on magazines. Yeah, that was quite good as well. So there we go. Right, let's get our clandestine. Let's try it with no shields. See how we go. Because first we've got to get ourselves to the Sol system. And right, so we should be off to Beta Hydri. Right, let's go there first. Oh, we get the Frontier theme tune. It's always good. Attic Attack. Yeah, I've got Attic Attack there somewhere as well. Look, this is the other one I've got. Who remembers that one? Death Chase. 3D Death Chase. One of the fastest games ever. First I'd say is save somewhere. I'm going to save. And then I'm going to jettison all the dodgy cargo, because we don't want the radioactives in the Sol system to get into trouble. Let's just, hopefully that doesn't blow us up. because that does happen sometimes. So that seems like we're good. There we are. Right, let's hyperspace again. Can we get to Sol in one jump? Look at that, it's quite a good ship, isn't it? Right, so hyperspace. We're in Sol, yeah, we jumped from the Empire to Sol in 2 jumps. That's pretty good going. Acute says, even I have completed Attic Attack. Wow, that's quite impressive. I have completed Jetpack. I haven't completed Attic Attack. I have, though. I did get round Death Chase. Death Chase I've done. Yep, Death Chase I've completed. Some fantastic. Yeah, Julian Gollop's games are brilliant as well. Ultimate Play of the game were good. So yeah, maybe we'll do a bit of 8-bit stuff in the future as well. It's always good fun, isn't it? Right, I'm dumping radioactive waste in the Sol system, like a good Imperial should, obviously. That's quite a nice jettison sound. Yeah, boo, Sol, Empire forever. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, we've made our mark. Oh, and I've got a bit of hull damage. The jettison system doesn't work very well. Quite often damages the ship. Right, now we need to find the Oberon. Where's Oberon? I don't even know what Oberon is. Is that a moon or something? Does anybody know what Oberon is? Sounds like one of the moons of one of these. Oh, there it is. It's a moon of Uranus or Uranus, which isn't funny at all, is it? We're going to have to hang around Uranus for a bit. It's so childish. Stop it. Ah dear. It just never ever gets old, that trick. I'm sorry. And the problem with playing these retro games is it makes me feel like a schoolboy again. So, although I wasn't a schoolboy when this one came out, I was in my first job. But anyway, we are ironically we are taking photographs around Uranus. Ah dear. Right, so it says Oberon is a small barren sphere of rock. So how do we locate it? Okay, well let's go to Oberon first. Ah dear. There's Uranus. Had to be for this stream, didn't it? Every astronomer is laughing right now. We're all 10 years old, yes we are. I'm happy they called it Eurectum to end that joke once and for all. Yes, I know. Well, the problem is, I mean, I don't know actually how you're supposed to pronounce that, because presumably Uranus is actually is it Greek or Roman? Saturn is the giver of, I can't remember anyway, but is there a correct pronunciation? Because I've heard a lot of people call it Uranus nowadays to get away from the schoolboy gag, but I don't know if that's just I don't know if that's correct actually or not. Maybe somebody who actually knows could tell us. Don't fall into the abyss. Have I got fuel to leave the system? That's a good point actually. Can I jump out? How much fuel have I got on board? Probably I've got 6 tons of fuel, so actually let's set a hyperspace jump to somewhere vaguely friendly. Doesn't really matter. Let's go back to Beta Hydri, which I can't get to. Delta Pavonus. Actually, let's go to Barnard Star. We know that's relatively safe, don't we? Wolf 359. That doesn't sound like a safe place to go. Let's go to Barnard Star. We'll leave the hyperspace jump there, and you're going to take 2 tons. At least we can get there. Because I don't necessarily need to continue with this save. I just want to do the mission. Uranus is Greek, the only Greek named planet in the solar system. Okay, so you can't fix I don't know if that helps. William Herschel is laughing at this on his grave. It's all his fault. Right, so I don't want to jump here. Now let's go to the 5th moon around this. Let's go to Oberon, shall we? 27 AUs away. We shouldn't get pirated here. Sophia says, reminds me, no matter how long Lave Radio has the outro with Uranus. Now, I'm still laughing about it, yes. Uranus. It was called George. You're quite correct, Commander Nurai. Yes, you're quite correct. It was called George. Named after King George, of course. So that didn't last very long. So anyway, so let's see what let's see what Uranus is like in Frontier Elite 2. I don't think we've ever been here. So this will be the 5th. There we are. Boom. Right, that doesn't look good. I think we're about to crash. The good old autopilot again. So that didn't work. Dear. Right, we're going to try that again. We were in beta hydrogen. Let's try that again. So as you can see, the autopilot not entirely reliable. Now I must admit, if you switch the engines off, I don't see why the dumping the radioactive should be a problem, because you should be dumping them at 0 velocity, but as you can see it doesn't always work. Right, anyway, so let's get to... Oh, we've jumped a bit close to Uranus. That seems to be random where you come out of hyperspace, which is interesting. Let's go to Uranus first. Maybe that will help. The autopilot is being a bit of an ass. I see what you did there. Yeah. The autopilot was laughing as well. Took its eye off the ball. I think it was. We got mooned. Dear. All right, come on. Let's get to this gas giant. No, it's ice giant, isn't it? It's not a gas giant. It's an ice giant, I think. Whoa. Okay. Right. There we are. Right in the vicinity of the target, and that looks like we're closing on it right fast. I like the fact that we've actually got some sort of faint rings there. That's quite good. All right. So let's see if we can get to Oberon. What I'll do is I'll save here, so we haven't got to faff about again. And okay, so we're 500,000 kilometres away from Oberon. Oh, hello. Under attack? What, in? By who? That's weird. I see no alien ship. Well, that's a bit weird. I wonder if we're just heading towards Uranus too fast. There doesn't seem to be another ship, but we are closing on the surface of the planet rather quickly. From it looks like the autopilot's looks like the attack bug. Yeah, I think Uranus is attacking us. I think looking at that, we've come in too hot, haven't we? Again, the autopilot has killed us. So this is quite a common thing. Actually, with Frontier Elite, yeah, the autopilot's killed us, hasn't it? Doesn't matter what we do now. Now, what's interesting is we are in a no-win, literally in a no-win scenario here. We're coming in really, really fast. I don't know what speed we're doing. Yeah, look, we're doing 800 kilometers per second, and it doesn't matter what we do at this point. The autopilot has again killed us. All we can do really is wait to die, because boom, there we are, we've hit the atmosphere. I suppose I could have jumped out, but okay, so we're having a bit of a we need to be a bit more circumspect. So that actually that save is useless, because I can't use it, because now I can't. Where's the other hacked files? No, that's not the one I want. I want... Ah, dear. I think the screen's filled up again. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to go back to the file system and move some of them into the archive. Hang on a minute. Because there's too many save files in that directory for DOS to handle, or the game to handle anyway. It's all fun. So I'm going to move the Tiger ones out, put them in the archive, and let's also move all these courier ones. We don't need those anymore. I won't delete them, because you never know, you might want to go back and do something. So with a bit of luck, that should have tidied up the save game folder enough for us to load it. And in there, oh, it's called Viper. That's interesting. It's resaved it under the other name. Okay, so if I go back up, there we go, Viper 93. That's a useless save. Going in too fast. So back to Viper. Now here are we? We're in Beta Hydri again. So, right, this is this is proving more tricky than I thought. Nothing to do with the mission, just because of the wretched autopilot. I could, yes, as a hacker, I suppose I could change the speed. I don't really want to hack the game too much. It starts getting a little bit unwieldy. Right, so I'm going to switch the engine off. Let's get rid of the radioactives. Let's get rid of one at a time and see if that helps a bit. I don't know if that's working or not. We'll find out. That might have really damaged the ship doing it slowly. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah. That's not the way to do it either. Oh dear. Right. What we're going to have to do, I think, is manually do the approach, which is to be honest, is a bit of a faff. Right. We're actually quite close to the planet, so let's zoom in. Set the target to Oberon, but let's monitor it on the way in a bit more carefully. Right, so I'll save the game there. Viper 93. File already exists. Okay, well that's because you've got confused, so let's call it hacked. There we are. Okay, right, so off we go. Autopilot. 13 AUs away, so let's get reasonably close so we can kind of start seeing things, and then let's stop and have a think. No, that is the furthest moon out. Oberon is the furthest moon out. I suppose we could try one of the other moons, but right, we're down to 1 AU now, so let's slow down a little bit. Now, there we go. There's Uranus. We can see the moon. There's the rings. Okay, so it's coming in all right at the moment. Maybe if I slow down the approach, it has a better chance to calculate. Right, coming in. All right, let's go to manual control. Let's flip over. That gives us a chance to bring the speed down to 0 much more effectively. Let's see how well that works. That should have our main engines firing. Yes, it is. Okay, let's watch the approach. So we're coming in hot, as it were, but hopefully not too hot. Okay, we are slowing down. That's looking good. Okay, right. So we're now. I'm going to save there. We're in the right neck of the woods now. Okay, and the music has just stopped. Did you see that? Yeah, flip and burn. There we go. So that's quite good. So anyway, so that's quite nice. Look, there's Uranus over there, and there's the moon Oberon. And we're 29,000 kilometers away. It's not a very big moon, is it? Now, how do I locate the base? That's an interesting thing. So I'm going to aim off target a bit. So if we can sort of stop in low orbit, that would be quite good. So let's set our speed at, I don't know. There we are, 31 kilometers per second. Oh look, it looks like Space T has arrived. Yay!
Here it is.
Space T.
Here it is.
Yay! Space T, look at that. Space T has arrived, there we go. Maybe it will show up as a pixel. Old-fashioned optical scan. Okay, so 17th of December. That's okay. What are you saying there, alien? 11 minutes until RUD. Phantom T. Yeah. So it goes, because my mug is green, it's, look at that. Ooh, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Phantom T. It's a green mug. Zoom in on the solar map, same as city's base. Okay, so let's have a look at that map while we're here. So we're really close. There we go, there's Oberon. I don't see anything at all. Nope, I see nothing at all there. let's get into the vicinity. It's a secret. It's a secret military base. You see, this is how do we find the secret military base? Okay, so we're getting in relatively close to the surface. Now there's a dot there. Oh, look, there we go. There is a dot. Okay. Okay, so that looks suspicious, doesn't it? So there's a dot on the surface. Okay. Have they built the base yet? There we go. Now I think we're good. That looks right to me. So let's save here. This isn't a game exploit, by the way. Saving is perfectly legitimate piece of gameplay. So that looks suspicious, doesn't it? Because there's a dot on the surface. So let's speed up time a little bit. The ship is slowing down. Have I overcooked it again? Let's find out. Okay, now it's coming in. We are slowing down. Are we slowing down enough? We're only 1,000 kilometers above the surface. The ship is slowing down. Okay. So here we go. 800 kilometers. This must be the base. So I've got to get within 100 or 10 kilometers, somebody said. And what's going to happen as a result of that? Good job they haven't camouflage or building underground. Photograph that dot. Okay, so we've got to get in close. All right, here we go. This is quite exciting, actually. I've never done this mission before. Playing on the original hardware, well, kind of. Yeah, this is DOS box, so this is not the. I haven't got an old PC that I'm running this on. No, this is running in DOS box emulation, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Although we have bumped up the cycles a little bit to make the PC more powerful than it would have been in the old days. I think playing FFE2 and FFE is why I'm so good at Planet Approaches and ED. Hands on the throttle, prepare to step on it. Okay, so at 100 kilometers, I think I wouldn't do an autopilot. No, probably not a good idea, actually, thinking about it. Let's go to manual control and let's set the speed limit down to really rather not very fast. Okay, so right, we're coming into range. I can see something. Can I roll the ship? I should be able to roll the ship. Why can't I roll the ship? Where's the roll control gone? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Right, here we go. Okay, right, I'm in range. Yeah. I'm coming. Oh, I've got a photograph. There we go. Okay, I need to get within. That's coming in a bit hot. Full power. Altitude is. There we go. Okay, let's get there. Whoa, right above the base. Well, there we go. There's a secret military base. Okay, with lots of things. I think somebody's shooting at me. I think that's actually. I almost hit the ground. Oh, now I've been hit. Yes, I have been hit. Top thruster damage. No. Let's get out of dodge. Yeah, so there's baddie ships after me. Right, I need to hyperspace out as fast as pos. Hull took some damage. Where's my hyperspace lock? I haven't got it yet. Let's go. Where are we going to go? Barnard Star, wasn't it? There we go. And boo! We did it! We escaped! Now, the only problem with the top thruster damage, will I be able to dock? Let's find out. Birmingham will. What an exciting place to go. Boston Base. Who remembers Boston Base? There we go. Right. So that was it. There we go. We managed it. I honestly thought you'd get blown up. There we go. You know it's secret because of the spinning satellite dishes and giant. Yeah. So that was. Well, the autopilot is still working for the time being. I don't know how. Is Barnard Star dangerous? I can't remember. Don't think it is. I think it's a milk run, isn't it? Like a pro. There we go. I did it right. It's the T. It's the T that does it. Okay. Right. So I'm going to have to be a bit careful here. We may have a little bit of problem docking, or we may not. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we've got a bit of a problem docking because we busted the top thruster. The game is not able to. Now I'm going to have to do this again. I'm going to have to dock manually here, which is fun. Now what I normally do is I set the speed to, because the trick is you've got to notice it says relative to Barnard Star at the moment. It's not close enough to the planet to pick up the, because Frontier Elite 2 operates in sort of various frames of reference. So what I tend to do is try and set the speed relatively low so I can maneuver and then speed up. This is the technique I use. Whether it's the best one, I don't know. And I try and cancel out the relative drift of the ship and try and keep the velocity and the attitude vector quite close together. So that, I think, is just literally the planet that we can see, that dot there. Okay, and then we'll speed time up a little bit more. There we go. And then there we are, the vectors come in. So we're sort of creeping in rather slowly, but that's okay as long as I don't waste too much time, because we've got to get back by a certain point in time. This is coming in. The problem is the thing is orbiting around, which, let's go a little bit faster. There we go. This is the way I prefer to do it. Quite a lot of time acceleration, not very high speed. Okay, so there is the planet, I think. There it comes. There we go. Right, there's the space station. Set the speed down to virtually nothing. Get that back to 0 time acceleration. Now we're relative to Birmingham World. That's good. There's the space station over there, and then we now need to sort of sneak in towards that, but not very fast. There we go. I've got to be a little bit careful because of course it's moving in an orbit. And what I need to do is now get it relative to the station, which is a little bit tricky. I'm trying to figure out which way because I've got to overtake the station. I've got to go fast enough. This is actually really quite complicated stuff. So when your autopilot is busted like this, Frontier Elite 2 and Frontier First Encounters become incredibly difficult games. Right, we're getting there. Let's put the time acceleration down a little bit, because I've got to. There we go. Right, we're 3,000 kilometers out. That's not too bad. It's still drifting downwards, so. There we go. Right. Okay, so it's coming down. This is good. I've got to burn off that speed. In fact, I've got the feeling that top thruster is not working. So I'm going to, yeah, you can hear it now. The engines, there we go. Because the top thruster wasn't working, it wasn't auto-correcting my direction. So now I've turned the other way up. This is where Frontier Elite 2 is actually quite good. It does do that simulation quite quickly. Notice that it wasn't vectoring that properly. Now it is. So I've actually got to slow the speed down a little bit now. We're coming into range. I can now see the space station, so let's slow down to set 0 relative velocity, and then we're going to have to fly in carefully. I'm now relative to Boston base, which is good. Okay, so I'm going to save it there so I can have multiple goes at this. Let's see if the autopilot can handle it from here. It might be able to. And the answer to that is, can it do it on? Yeah, there we go. Sometimes you can kind of cheat. We're using the maximum time acceleration. Yeah, it worked. Brilliant. Okay, so we've managed to land. We've managed to take a photograph. We've managed to limp back to the base. Yay. So you can do it. Right, we've got to get back by the 17th of December, so we've still got a month. That's okay. So we do need to fix the ship because it's quite badly knocked up. Repairs and servicing. Right, deluxe service drive. No, we don't need that. Let's repair all the hull damage. And it looks like it replaced the thruster for us as well, so that's good. She's a bit of a. I mean, that's look at her. That's Lady Sauron, isn't it? So that's good. Yeah, how are we on time? We're good. Okay, so that's good. We've now docked. Right, let's get back because it's basically tea and biscuits now, isn't it? We need to get back to the Empire. Can I buy military fuel here, though? Yes, I can. Okay, that's good news. Okay, so that gives us enough fuel. We should be able to get... Where do I have to get back to? Where do we set from? Return to Facey. Okay, or for Casey, or whatever it is. So we need to jump to somewhere like Beta Hydri. Right, let's get back. See how well we did on the mission. Boom, boom, boom. Right, hyperspace. Back to the Facey system. Look at that. Our ship can do that jump in 2 goes. Brilliant. Yay, there we go. Sith eyes. Yeah, she looks very scary, doesn't she? She wants to devour our souls. It's a typical Federation, right? Who'd have thought Satan would be hanging out at Birmingham World? Or what's a female version of Satan? What would that be? Satana or something like that. All right, let's go to Peter's Wreck because, well, why not? Fortress York. That sounds like the sort of place to hand in a mission, doesn't it? Right, so with a bit of luck, the game isn't going to kill us here. Santana. From Uranus to Feces, yes indeed. I think I might use that as the title of the stream, actually. Or maybe some play on words in that regard. I think that would be good. Drew starts off at Uranus and ends up visiting the Faces. Yes, there's definitely something to be made of that. Right, we are here. Okay, so how do we do? It should automatically put the mission in. It's saying done. What does it say? Do we get... Film is excellent, better than we expected. Ooh, please take this Legion of Honor medal and thanks for your good service. Oh. It was awesome. Surely Matthew's Hole would be the most appropriate version of gone to Matthew's Hole. Why didn't I go to Matthew's Hole? Medallation, yes, we got a medal. Woohoo! Military cameras. Look, we've got military cameras on board too. That's quite cool. So we have a Crimson Brassard. We have a Black Polygon. We now have the Legion of Honor. How awesome are we? Right. So okay. So that was quite good. That was quite good. I enjoyed that mission. Did you enjoy that mission? That was good, wasn't it? It's playing music as well. Is that metal music? Hang on, you guys can't hear it. I haven't got the music on. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's just stopped. Typical. It was sort of playing metal music. I didn't realise you got metal music. Never mind. So I had the sound off on the desktop audio. But anyway, there was a sort of military-esque, well done, old chap kind of music playing. Heavy metal music, yeah, that's it. Best result first time out as well, yeah, so that we got it within 10 kilometres, took some pictures and then legged it. That worked quite well. And we got 13,000 credits. Woo. Right, so, well, the Viper worked out rather well for that. So let's go back. Let's try another one. Shipyard. No, not shipyard. What am I doing? Bulletin board. Imperial Navy. Right. So, okay, so destroy the Special Forces base. That sounds fun. Photograph the interrogation centre. Destroy the training camp. That doesn't sound very nice. Special Forces base. Assassinate a double-crossing spy. So the missions have definitely got more interesting, which is quite cool. The Van Man star system. Doesn't that one require a permit? Destroy the training camp. Assassinate a mafia operative. Deliver high command communications. Deliver requisition forms. Those really important requisition forms. Gravitic detonators. Destroy the weapons factory. That sounds like a good mission. Shall we destroy a weapons factory? That sounds fun. Return by midnight on the 17th, on the 19th of December. That's how far away is Lalande? See, that's in 00. That's quite tight time-wise. That one. What else have we got? Assassinate a traitorous merchant. Okay, so there were a few destroy the thing missions. What was the first one? See, that one's got a better timing. We got a better chance. Destroy the Special Forces base in the land 2-3 payment. So that's actually a Federation base, isn't it? So Here we are in the Empire, blowing up Federation stuff. Excellent. What could possibly go wrong? I think we should do this one. That's the 12th of January. That gives us plenty of time to get this right. So let's destroy the Special Forces base. How do I destroy something so large? That's a very good question. We'll give you a missile with a nuclear warhead. Use it like a normal missile. Ooh, nuclear missile. Can I use the missile on other targets? No, and I'm surprised you asked. It will not detonate. Where is the Special Forces base? On the surface of Ashfield's claim to the land. Da, 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 da. I want more money. It's our policy only to fix. Yeah. Okay, so right, agreed. We'll do it. Therefore, we get it. I've got no empty missile pylons. Oh, I need some space on the ship. Okay. Well, let's sort that out first then. Because of course, yes, everything on the ship takes space, doesn't it? So radioactives, let's sell or unload. Let's leave 1 ton of space, presumably for a nuclear missile. How much does a nuclear missile weigh? Giving Drew access to a nuke. Right. I'm getting distracted by evil Drew, my evil Drew persona. Right, destroy the Special Forces base, because why wouldn't we want to do that? Right, so we'll give it a missile. Agreed, I'll do it, sir. Right, excellent. 18,000 credits will be paid on your successful return. So presumably now we have a nuclear missile. How much does a nuclear missile weigh? How big? Yeah, so we've got at least a ton. Okay, that's probably a fairly big missile. Right, so we've now got to get to, where are we going? The land 25372, which presumably is not far from Sol. There it is over there. Okay, so it's out of range from here, not surprisingly. That's okay. So let's go to, can we get to Beta Hydri? Yeah, we can. So we're going to go there. We're going to sneak in. Try and do this the same way as we did with the other mission, I think. Sneak up, sneak in, go quick, drop the bomb, get out of dodge. Is my plan. Right, so there's land to thingamajiggy. Right, so I'm going to put hyperspace on Bernard's star so we can get out of dodge. Now where have we got to go to? We have to go to Ashfield's claim. Turn the music down a bit, sorry guys. That's probably a bit intrusive there. There we go. Set us up by the bomb. Try not to bump the nuke around too much, and then Drew drops it, he'll ride it and wave his hat. This beat is, yeah. Here we go, hyperspace. Hello, Commander Beetlejuice. That's awesome. Right, so so we have a nuclear missile on board and a camera. So we might as well take some snaps just as we're going through. Now we need to find, what was the system called? Ashfield's claim. So where is that? Ashfield's claim, that's Cook, Birmingham World. Oh, I'm targeted on the wrong system. That's a bit annoying. Is that doesn't, right, so there we go. So Ashfield's claim, okay, that's the first planet in the system. So first things first, let's see how well the old, there it is, autopilot works, because we know it's rubbish. It's okay, so it's a just a planet. Right, so let's go there. Right, so let's save the game and see how well that works. Oh, ship is under attack. Okay, so it's a dodgy system. I suppose that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? If it's got a military base in it. So we may have to get past a few of the old stinky pirates. Boom, there we go. It's quite nice when you get the frontier music playing. Don't let them hit the nuke, yeah, that would be bad. So that can happen. Nuke destroyed. Ah! Ironically, a nuke in a vacuum isn't all that good. A nukes work much, much better in an atmosphere. So you're using a nuclear weapon. Won't make a particularly big bang unless there's an atmosphere to put it in. So it's not, although it's always used in space movies as you just deploy a nuke, it's not actually the best weapon to use most of the time. Oof, that was close. Right, let's. No. Oh, that's all the Mountain King. Most appropriate attack music ever. It's another silly little ship, isn't it? Oh, almost got you. Ah. Oh, I think. Hopefully that missile of his hit him. Oh, that'll be firing missiles. Oh, it hit me. Oh no. I've lost my scanner. That's going to be a problem if there's any more attackers out there. He got a hit in on me, the rotter. Well, I think we can. Hopefully, we can do without it. Let's continue on. Have we dealt with all the? I think hopefully it looks like there's only 3. Right, I'm going to get in close again, but not too close, because we know what this autopilot's like. So let's get down to about half an AU and let's stop it there. We'll save the game at that point. Right, okay. Let's see if the autopilot can get us in from here or not. Okay, so arrived in vicinity of target. Good, okay. So now we need to find the base, which I presume we're just going to have to eyeball, aren't we? Like before. Just in time to witness a nuclear bombing. Dock somewhere. I suppose I could. That's not a bad idea. I suppose I haven't done anything illegal yet, have I? So let's, well, yeah, that's a very good point. Let's just go to the space station. Why didn't I think of that? Let's just go to the space station, get repaired, and then bomb the city below. It's so wrong. Good point. Whoever said that? Who was that? Doc Summer said Mad Monks off. Well done, Mad Monks off. That was a very sensible suggestion. Repair the scanner and repair the ship. And nobody presumably is going to bat an eyelid that we're carrying a nuclear weapon slung below the ship. I wonder if you can see it. Actually, let's have a look. Why are you carrying a nuclear bomb? It's fine. It's still fine. I would like to think most. Yeah, it's just a deco. It's not a real nuclear weapon. I just carry it for because it looks cool. Is it highly visible? That's the question. Oh, look. Is that it on the top? Let's put the undercarriage up. Oh, we haven't seen the undercarriage on the Viper. Let's watch. Look at the undercarriage on the Viper. It's sort of a funky pair of skis, isn't it? There we go. Look. It's on the top of the ship. That's not at all suspicious, is it? What's that on the top of your ship, sir? It's a spoiler. That's definitely not at all conspicuous. It's a prop. I mean, I'm cosplaying, a weapon here. It's a sort of roof rack. Tell you what that looks like. It looks like one of those cargo pods. You know the things you put on top of your car to get a bit of extra storage space that look a bit like photon torpedoes. It looks a bit like one of those. Fabulous. Right. Anyway, let's go and nuke where we're supposed to nuke. Ashfield's claim, isn't it? So presumably we've got to get down to the planet, which is there. So let's go there. With our inconspicuous nuke. Looks like a nuke. No. It's not. It's not a nuke. Now is that? Now the trick is, can we see? Can anybody see the base? Because I can't see a base. Okay, so right, we've arrived in vicinity of the target. I can't see a pixel that's sort of standing out at all anywhere there. So I suppose what we should do is we're setting the speed relative to 0. Woo! Nope, that's coming in way too fast. There we go. Right, let's slow the ship down. And what we can presumably do is sit in orbit for a bit, and maybe it's going to stop in time. There we go, it's going to stop in time. That's good. Right, so can we speed up time? It's going to rotate, there we go, it's going to rotate beneath us. We're sort of, yeah. So this isn't at all suspicious, is it? Let's hang in orbit as if we're doing some sort of reconnaissance. They've got better at hiding, yeah. So, hang on a minute, let's go for the external view. Does that help her? Not really, does it? How do I find the base? Is a very good question. Let's let the planet rotate a little bit. Act casual. That's the planetary scanner. Yeah, we talked about the planetary scanner spinning around on top. Yeah, I'm just sitting in orbit here. Oh, there it is. Look, there's a dot. That must be it. There we go. I've got it. Okay, so right, slow down. Let's have a look. Okay, there. Look over there. So, how close do I have to be to target the nuke? Does anybody know? So, we're only 4,000 kilometres away, so it won't take us all that long to get down there, even at a slow speed. Save now, yes, I think that's a great idea. Let's do that. This could of course go south quite fast. So let's sneak in. It's a nuke. I think you wouldn't be able to be. I wouldn't want to be. Well, that's true. How far away do I need to be? I'm going to go and try and get into about 100 kilometres. Okay, so let's see how well that works. In fact, let's just autopilot it in for a little bit. We'll switch off the autopilot when we're... Whoa! What are you doing? Stupid autopilot. Target's down there. Here we go. Oh, maybe it was over the horizon. Okay, so the autopilot's struggling a little bit. There we go. We're in 1,000 kilometres. That'll do. Let's switch the autopilot off. Let's get this. See, the stupid thing is put the speed at a ridiculous rate. Let's let it down to 2,000-ish. It's on the sort of dark side of the planet. Why not land at the I suppose I could. I don't think you're allowed to land because you have to have permission. I assume the thing position doesn't require. Yes, I should have my get out of Dodge hyperspace drive ready to go. That will save me the time. There we go. So we're locked on Barnard Star for hyperspace when we need it. So all we've got to do is try and sneak into this base. Let's just get a little bit closer because we've now overshot it a bit. I think the autopilot might have killed us. Are we going? Yeah, the target's the range is coming down. So that's no. There we go. Okay, right. So we're down to 1,000 kilometres now. I've got time acceleration on 2. Okay, so let's do our attack run. Who puts an autopilot on a 16-bit machine? You'd be surprised. This game is virtually unplayable without the autopilot. Okay, so this isn't exactly sneaky, is it? Presumably they're going to pick me up on radar, surely. must have some kind of defence against an attack. Although the other military base didn't, did it? It just sort of let me in. I've never seen what this game does when you fire a nuke, so that's going to be quite interesting. Right, we're down to 800 kilometres, still closing in. Stay on target. Stay on target. I'm getting quite tense now. So, okay, so let's switch that to it's armed. Fire armed nuclear missile. I can see the base. I can see the base. How close do I have to be able to fire it? They might pick you up, but you're not my roof rack. Stay in the trench. Yeah, right. Okay, so we're coming down. Right, we're down to 400 kilometres and closing. So let's go switching to normal speed time. Is that something flying around that I need to worry about? Let's go a bit faster. 10,000. So we can always. Okay, so there's definitely something flying around there. That looks like a ship. It is. I think. Yep. There's definitely ships about. Okay, so they're trying to intercept me. Let's keep accelerating because the Viper's pretty fast. Okay, yeah. How close do I have to be? Enemy interceptors. Do I have to light the fuse first? I don't know. I've never tried this before. I'm going to save here because this sounds like a useful place to save as well. So let's do that. This is kind of in the attack run, isn't it? Did I save that? Here we go. Right. Okay. So here we go. 200 kilometers. I'm going to slow down now because I don't want to hit the ground. Okay, 56,000 feet. I'm down to this. What's happening? Don't do that. Okay, I'm decelerating. That's going to muck them up. They're firing. Oh, firing at the base. Right, I'm down to 100 kilometers. Here we go. I'm going to fire at 50, 70, 65, 60. Firing. There goes the missile. Is it going to do anything? No. Pull up. Where did the missile missed? I think. Oh no, crashed into the ground. You hit that ground, so that didn't go quite so right. I was coming in too hot. Let's try again. Right, let's slow down. We need to be going slower on the attack run. Okay, so nuclear missile is armed. That was a shot in a million. It wasn't. F. Went wrong. Right, let's fire the missile. Let's fire the missile from 100, because then we can be. Oh, the missile is away. There goes the missile. Come on, hit the ground. Boom. I think that hit. I think I'm still going to hit the ground. Aim for the horizon, engines off. Okay, that was closer. I think I hit it that time. Let's put the thrusters down to 0 straight away. Aim for the horizon. Let's get a bit of altitude. Maybe I can blow it up from up here. There we go. Okay, so we're at 0 relative speed. Let us fire the nuke. There we go. I kind of want to see it happen though. Maybe I can use the external camera. That's the external camera. Where is the... There's the base. We're flying over the base. There goes the missile. Oh, wow! Yes, we did it! Right, let's get out of here before we get blown to pieces. And not even a shot got landed on us. That was a big bang, wasn't it? That was a big bang. That was quite satisfying, actually. Yes, that was quite satisfying. Hyperspace, let's get out of here. We escaped! Yay! It just nuked a city! Yay! And it left a crater. Did you see it? It was like a hole in the ground. Boom! That was awesome. That was really good. That was actually really exciting as well. So let's just dock at Barnard Star. And I presume there's no nuke our roof anymore. Ooh, there's quite a lot of debris around. That's just because I've zoomed out. Let's just zoom back in again. Where's the old Viper? Look at that. Yeah, so the nuke on the roof has gone. What a ship! Look at that. Right, so let's just get to. Now we fly all casual to Birmingham World once more. Where's that nuke you had? I had to take it off. It's weighing the ship down. Let's go to Boston Base. Now, does that do anything? Just out of curiosity, while we're on the way to Boston Base, does that do anything to my ranking at all? Doesn't. No, I'm still clean with the feds. Obviously, blowing up the bases doesn't make me illegal. Which is quite cool. Don't mind that. That was fun, wasn't it? That was good. That was good. It was. Yay! We knew probably thousands of innocent people. They never knew what would come. That was a good bang. That really was. Not bad. Not bad at all. That was good fun. I enjoyed that. Right. So let's get our reward. What? Oh look! Hey, it's and it's not the ultraviolet lady. That's it's just a green-eyed lady. Right. So hang on a minute. What am I doing? I need to get rid of the radioactives, don't I? Here we are. Buy some fuel. Let's get ourselves back to the Empire. Let's collect our reward. Maybe we'll get another medal. Need to get yourself a crate. Are there crates in this version? I can't remember. Maybe there are. Anyway, let's get back down. We go to Beta Hydri as our sort of stop point. Let's do that. Let's claim our reward for nuking the base. That was actually really good. That was a really cool mission. I really enjoyed that. That was actually quite exciting and intense. Right, let's get back to Facey. Yeah, that was awesome. Right, so right, we ought to go to Matthew's Hole because as we've been blowing things up in Uranus and Facey, we should definitely go to Matthew's Hole. To Schneider base. So childish. But it's fun to be be childlike. Ooh, I've just run out of fuel. Oops. There we go. Hoping that's the engine's back on again. That would be slightly embarrassing. Commander Wega, the scourge of the galaxy. Yes, Kim Kong Yu Jewel. Dark Drew. No, I've always been quite dark actually. I like blowing things up and killing things. Anybody who's read any of my books will know this. Like, nobody's. I mean, I'm not quite as bad as George R.R. Martin, but nobody's really safe. As like I say, I mean, we've talked on my sci-fi stream about holodecks and all these other bits and pieces, and crazy powers up. Please take the Celestial Warrior Medal. Oh, I am a celestial. It doesn't get any better than that, does it? I am now a celestial warrior. Drew, celestial. I quite like that. That hasn't gone to my head at all. I am the celestial warrior. Can I hack all the weapons into nukes? Seems like nukes only work against the specific targets. Yeah, they're sort of programmed. The chap actually said that, didn't he? Look, I have. Look at me with my celestial warrior. Okay, and this is I don't know. I should be shutting up at this point because this is the metal music. Makes me want to salute. So that's looking pretty good, isn't it, actually? Unlawful discharge of weapon, trading in illegal goods, smuggling illegal goods, piracy and murder, Crimson Broussard, Black Polygon, Legion of Honor, Celestial Warrior. I feel I should now sort of shimmer a bit, maybe glow in the dark. Is that what Celestial Warriors do? Celestial Warrior does sound pretty good. It's a long way. It came a long way from the Crimson Broussard. I shall treasure my Crimson Broussard. That's the first thing I ever earned. Celestial Warrior sounds like a 70s Star Wars knockoff. Nothing bleats the Black Polygon. The greatest and vaguest of Imperial honours. I'm going to have to get new cat pin. Yeah, that'd be good. Anyway, well, that was actually really good. It's a shame, actually, because an awful lot of I've spoken to a few people who played this game a lot back in the 90s, and almost all of them said they never got as far as this bit because the grind to get sufficient Imperial rank was simply just too long, and they gave up. I like the way the legal status stays clean. So it's a bit of a shame because those missions were actually rather cool. Now, I think there's only those 3 types of missions. There's the assassinate a person, which we did see, the photo-op mission that we saw, and then the nuke the base mission. I think that's kind of it, and then there's all basically variations. But they were good. They were good missions. I enjoyed those. I think that's the most fun thing that we've done in the game, actually, so that was really, really good. But unfortunately, the number of Imperial missions you need to do to get those missions to effectively unlock is hours and hours and hours and hours of gameplay. So, and Kelvinator saying the rank grind was way too much. I got tired of this game at this point. Elita grind, I know. Where have we heard that before? But it's a shame because the ship progression in this game feels about right. You know, you get to some interesting stuff after about sort of 6, 7, 8 hours of gameplay, which seems okay. Profile for Commander Hack. Yeah, I was trying to just demonstrate that I was actually hacking the game. But there we go. Anyway, those are those 2 missions. So that was awesome. Now it is 20 past 2, so we may be able to do this next bit. Now what I need to do is we've got one thing left to do in Frontier Elite 2 before we're done. And that is to go and visit the Pleiades and do some MB4 mining. So I was going to try and see if we can combine both of these things. So what we need to build is we need to get. I mean, the Pleiades are a long way off, aren't they? So we need a big ship with a decent jump range, with plenty of fuel storage. Okay, you get these missions earlier in FFE, so lessons probably learned there. That's quite good. Thanks for showing off this. I've never tried those missions before, so that was great fun. So it might be worth us, ironically, going back to Sol to buy a decent ship. Now, what I want to do is see if we can get to, because I couldn't believe this, but look there, the Pleiades do exist in Frontier Elite 2. And as we know, in Elite Dangerous, that's the home of the Thargoid. So we've got to go and visit the Pleiades just because. And I thought we could do the last bit that we haven't done, which is the MB4 mining machine, as part of this. I could hack the jump distance, so it's about 500 light years, but we could maybe do a bit of fuel scooping along the way. What I was going to suggest, let's go back to Sol and see if what's the best ship we can build. Radioactives we need to sell. So we can use this high-speed ship, but military fuel is no use because I don't think we can scoop military fuel. Is that right? Cobra Mark 3 or Morris Starboat is what I recommend. Okay, we could hack a big drive. Got to go here, Drew says. Freaky Deaky Dude. Always have to catch up the rest. Always better. Thank you for coming. Always better. Yeah, so we need to buy a better ship. Thank you for the follow, Benji09. Let's go to Sol because we're going to have a much better choice of ships up there than we are down in the Empire. So let's do that. And let's see. Okay, not forget I'm on the ground. Let's see what the pilot abandons you and you crash. That's quite amusing. Now, if I can get this last bit completed today, I do have, as I promised on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, I do have a little surprise for you all. So there we go. So if we can do all this will in fact be the last episode of Frontier Elite 2. Let's see how well we do, because if we get to the end of it, then I have a little surprise. Otherwise, we'll have to do it next week, because there we go. But we'll see. Surprise if I get how I predicted. Yeah, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Right, so let's get to Sol. And let's be all Federation-y friendly to gods. And where should we go? Let's go to Mars. We haven't been to Mars for a while. There's Mars High. Let's go to Mars High. And we shouldn't get attacked in the Sol system. Oh yeah, look, it's 3204. Happy New Year, everybody. Look at the jump ranges, figure out how much fuel you can load, then factor them in your year-long maintenance requirement. Yeah, so we need to Make sure we service the ship before we go. That's important. Can we get to the Pleiades is the question. With the amount of, because it's a much longer, how long does it take to get to the Pleiades in Elite Dangerous? It's probably about 15-20 minutes, isn't it, of jumping? Whereas, of course, in this game, because of the hyperspace technology of it, it's actually months and months and months of travel in game time, not in real time, as it were. That's interesting. Right, okay, so we're at Sol. Let's have a look at the shipyard. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so we've got, actually not very much here. We've got an Asp Explorer. Does that sound like a reasonable ship, actually, to go exploring in? It's got a class 3. We can fit a class 4 hyperdrive, which gives us 20 light years. Presumably it can... I've just got a fine for smuggling, have I? That was a bit cheeky. I wasn't smuggling anything. Oh, I didn't jettison the radioactives. Oops. Oh well. And I can't sell them here either, can I? Oh, well, never mind. Oh, smuggling illegal. Oh, that's my federal criminal record. Well, I wanted to add something to my federal criminal record. Don't they know I'm a celestial warrior? Anyway, I think maybe... What do we think of an Asp Explorer? I don't think have we flown an Asp yet? That sounds like the sort of ship we should be going in. There's a transporter which surely can't be any good. There's a Viper which we've already got. Does the Asp make sense? I don't really know. We've got 2 Asps for sale, both of which look pretty much the same, which has got the cooler number HP671 or AK449. That sounds like a cooler name for a ship. Put a class 4 in it, strip it down. Let's do that. Okay, so I bought the Asp Explorer. Let us see what we can do, because we don't need much in here. We're going to need an automatic pilot. So let's, first things first, let's sell the class 3 drive. There we are. Remove. Okay, class 4 fit. That's 80 tons. Okay, that leaves us 40 tons left. That's okay. Class 5 wouldn't have fitted, so we've now got that. We do need to have a fuel scoop. Fuel scoop fitted. Let's have an automatic pilot. What else do we need for a long-range exploration ship? Okay, we need the MB4 mining machine, which takes up that takes up huge amounts of space. 30 tons. It's enormous. They have space, but that won't mean any fuel. If I put a MB4 mining machine on, I've got 3 tons of fuel. That's not enough to go anywhere. Because what I want is to be able to do some. That's a bit of a pain. 21 light years. What happens if I? How far can I go on the class 3 drive by comparison? Let's just swap that back over. Remove. Fit. That gives me 12 light years. That's actually better. Well, okay, it's going to take us quite a few more jumps, but the jumps don't take very long. I might need a scanner. Yeah, let's do to that shipyard upgrade scanner. Yep. I don't think I need any weapons because I'm just going to run. I could hop over to Earth and see what's for sale. There's a system on the edge of space that's fairly good for repairs before you sit out into the black. Okay, maybe we can go past there because I really want to fill up the rest of the ship with fuel. So anyway, so what we've got on board, we have a scanner, a fuel scoop, an automatic pilot, the MB4 mining machine. Oh, I haven't bought it yet. Okay, you better add that in. There it is. That still only leaves 7 tons of space. Really? Or have I got 2 of them on board now? Oh, there they are. No, I've got 2. That's got a slightly different interface. Okay, so bulletin board, not bulletin board, shipyard. We don't need 2 of those on board. Upgrades. You can carry 2, but they're big things, aren't they? MB4 mining machines. Okay, so for the rest of that we can fill up with fuel, and we have got a fuel scoop. And I haven't tried fuel scooping, so I don't know how well that's going to work. But let's see. Okay, so right, we've got a mining equipment is loaded. We have a scanner, a fuel scoop, and automatic pilot. We can jump 12 light years at a go, and we've got, how far is it to the Pleiades is the question. It's going to be quite a haul out there, isn't it? Oh, that was too far. Okay, not that far then. Let's see if we can get this about right. Pleiades are now off to the right, so it's going to be down. We're over here somewhere. There they are. Okay, so there's the Maya system. It is 364 light years away, so that's about 30 jumps, isn't it? Okay. Get a pulse laser just for something to deter the pirates. I did Cobra Mark III. Ah yes, Wretched. We need a crew member, don't we? Shall we tell you what? Shall we? Let's forget that. It doesn't really matter about. Let's get our let's go see if we can find a Cobra Mark III somewhere. Bulletin board. No. Shipyard. I like the idea of doing this in the Cobra Mark III anyway, as we don't really want to be faffing about with. Let's go to Earth and see if they've got, because we need a Cobra Mark III. Why isn't there a Cobra Mark III for sale? Let's go over to Earth and see if we can find a Cobra Mark III. Abraham Lincoln. I think you're right. Who? Oh, I didn't pay my fine. Oh, now I'm back there. I tell you what, let's go back to my save game, which is not hacked, which I think is that one. There we go. There's no Cobra Mark III here, presumably. New and reconditioned ships. There's an Eagle long-range fighter. The Imperial Courier isn't. Well, the Imperial Courier is quite big, but we can't make it very fast. So let's just do that whole. Going back to Delta Pavonis. We'll go to Earth again. Fun. Hang on, what's in the fuel tank? Got enough fuel to do it. Let's just quickly do that. Yeah, I want a Cobra Mark III, I think. If it's not compatible with doing the MB4, maybe we'll do the MB4 separately. Because it'd be nice to be able to just get out there, wouldn't it? Get in jail for smuggling radioactives and nuke a base, it's fine, I know. It's just outrageous, isn't it? It's so silly, the elite universe sometimes. Right, let's get to Sol. Come on. I want a Cobra Mark III. Why can't I have a Cobra Mark III? Right, there's Earth. Boom, 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 boom. Good to be back in Seoul. I know, it's not the smuggling, it's the not paying the fine, isn't it? Anyway, at least we saw those missions. That was cool. That was cool. Right, come on, give us. Oh, I've done it again. Smuggling illegal is not permitted. I suppose I ought to go and contact the police. Where do I do that? Where do I go and contact the police? Is it in here? Where is the actual pay your fine? Is it in the? Oh, it's in the shipyard, isn't it? There we are. Contact fine. Sorry, didn't mean. You may be punished more severely in the future. I'm going to dump them right outside the base. Right, shipyard. New and reconditioned ships. Right, there's a Cobra Mark 1 here. There's a Panther Clipper, though we can't afford that. There's a lifter, that's rubbish. Why is the game being mean to me now? Let's go and, I'm going to have to try another space station then. Let's see if Mr. Gorbachev has another ship for us. The only problem is with this is I've still got those wretched radioactives on board, haven't I? Right, let's get out of Dodge a little bit. Right, let's dump them here. They'll probably spot me, but Oh, can it be done in free flight? Okay, well, turn the engine off a moment. There we go. Oh no, I've got to pay a £3,000 fine. But hey, anyway, at least they're off the ship. Oh, I've got large outstanding fines and I can't dock. A £42,000 fine by remote transfer. Oops, it's all going well. I haven't got large outstanding fines. Oh, oh, police fireworks again. This is quite amusing. For some reason, the police can't get out of the docking bay. So they spawn in the docking bay. The door opens. They just explode. There's nothing I can do about this because I'm under attack. And yet the autopilot's flying me straight into the docking bay. So we get another laser show, which is quite awesome. And we get music. Welcome, the Celestial Warrior. It's look, the door. You can see the docking. Look, there's the docking bay door open. There's the police. They've spawned in. They come out firing. Instantly explode. And the door opens. More police. What's going to happen when my ship tries to go in? I have no idea because we're under automatic pilot and we've got docking permission. So let's just find out. Somehow I don't think we're going to get to the Pleiades today. That may be next week's trip. It's all going well. Okay, launch partners. Oh, there's the door. Boom. How many police ships have they got in there? Oh look, I'm coming in. Oh, the door's closing. Kind of. Open the door! Open the door! I'm not quite sure what's going wrong. Is my ship gonna... It's coming in. Look at the debris on the scanner. My ship's coming into the docking bay. How awesome is that? Yeah, it's worked. We've docked. That was so funny. Right, we have. It's docking. It's doing everything. Presumably I'm not under attack anymore. So no, everything's absolutely fine. Dumping radioactive waste. That's very, very bad. Causing the deaths of hundreds of police officers in the docking bay. No, that's not a problem. And the landing fee of nobody's batting an eyelid. Let's just check I haven't got any fines. Nope, no business with you at the moment at all. This game does crack me up. Oh, come on, give us. Here's a Cobra Mark III. Let's buy it. Yay, we're back in the Cobra Mark III. Right, we can fit a Class 3 drive. This one comes with a Class 2, so let's sort this out. Right, so upgrades. Let us remove and fit. Okay, we need to have an automatic pilot, a scanner. Somebody's just putting a pulse laser on the front, which I suppose makes sense. Scanner we've got. We need to have. Tell you what, let's see if we can get out to the Pleiades. Let's leave the MB4 mining machine for another, because the two aren't really compatible, unfortunately. There's a fuel scoop. And let's fill up the rest of the ship with hydrogen. And we can do 18 light years in one go. I don't know how much fuel that's going to take. We don't need passengers for this, so there we go. So that was just brilliant. So yeah, so it was more police fireworks for us there. That was excellent. And so look, this Cobra's got shark teeth sort of livery on it. That will be quite cool. So let's now, but before we launch out here, because we're going to start on our trip to the Pleiades, I think we should do the repairs and servicing. Let's do deluxe service on it anyway, then we know that the ship is as good as it can be. And we've got quite a long way to go, and a short time to get there. We're eastbound and down. I'll need atmospheric shielding. Yes, I will. That's a very good point. I will. Because otherwise the ship will vaporize in the atmosphere. Good call. Atmospheric shielding is on. Right, so we have a scanner, fuel scoop, automatic part, and atmospheric shielding, a pulse laser, and the rest of the ship is filled up with hydrogen. And we're ready to rock. So okay, so back into the Cobra we are. So let's call this Pleiades expedition area. Pleiades. And we're off. Right, so we've got 300 and something light years to get to. Launch. Right, so we're going to leave for the first time. We're going to go out beyond the bubble in this game. Oh, apart from the internal fuel tank. Oh well, let me just refuel it there. There we go. We'll scoop some more fuel. I haven't tried actually doing fuel scooping yet. That's another thing we haven't done. So we've got a reasonable jump range. So 9 tons to get there. So we're going to have to refuel fairly frequently, aren't we? And we're looking for gas giants. I think, is that the easiest way to refuel? Is it gas giants? Okay, so it's several days to get there. We're sort of heading slightly northeast. 9 tons to get there. Okay, so off we go. I should really check the system I'm jumping into, of course, to make sure that we can actually refuel in it. But there is a gas giant here. So there's a small one. No, a large gas giant. Let's go to Burzo 5. Which is actually, look, maybe there's actually, at this point there's still some civilization here, isn't there? So Denver world, let's go. Has that got a space station? Are there any? There aren't any settlements, or are there? It says frontier system. Mass, surface temperature. And there's no apparent bases though. Starports, none. No, so there's no starport. Are there any starports actually? Because that would make it a lot easier if we go to one of these and there's a starport. Some prospecting and mining. Mining and heavy, there we go, there's one there. That one's got a space station. So let's use the space stations while we can. Stars are almost suicide, so no, stars are a bad idea. Okay, that makes sense. So let's, while there are space stations, that's the second planet out, we might as well use them. And what we can probably do is do a, if necessary, do a drive service, can't we? There is a space station there. Fort Kawasaki. Let's go there. I suppose there is a danger of getting attacked by pirates out here. I know, why can't we have save games? Gas giants are always better, okay. See, this is the problem. Ship is under attack. Why? I'm carrying hydrogen. Oh, and it's got a beam laser as well. That's not nice. Now I've only got a pulse laser on board. This could be... Oh, 50% hull. My atmospheric shielding's got down. So this is the problem, is we maybe keep running into pirates, which means the Cobra isn't necessarily always the best ship for the job. See? This could be tricky. Because all we want to do is go exploring, but there's this wretched... Ah! Now we're driving. Yeah. Okay, so is this going to work? So it's going to be quite hard to get going if we keep getting attacked. I just want to go exploring, stop attacking me. It's not easy, is it? I don't know, they all want a piece of the Celestial Warrior, that's the problem. Uranus 11.4 is the last good system to repair and maintain. Okay, so let's try and get there at least. Oh, I've not filled up the fuel tank again. That's quite funny the way it does that. so it's hyperspace. So the trouble is we can't really stay out of trouble very easily. Eta Cassiopeia. Small scale mining. Mining in heavy. Is that where we went before? Frontier system. Someone. I think that's where we went before. I can't remember. Let's go there anyway. See if we can get into the system. I've got a feeling this is. It's not the same place we went to. Okay, so Schneider starport on the first planet. Okay, so it's not the same place we went to, which is different. Jackson's Wreck, always nice places. There's Schneider starport. We've already seen another Schneider starport. Okay. Tell you what, let's save here. We'll just do the save to back up any progress we do make. Right, Autopilot. We're off to the Pleiades. That's where we're off. Could revert to the Imperial and use that. Yeah, I suppose. So this is a bit tedious, isn't it? You just keep getting shot at. And now we're in a defenceless ship, or virtually defenceless. Because this pulse laser is virtually useless. Oh, I got him. 87% hull. So I don't do the pirates stop? Commander Arrow might know this. Do the pirates stop after a certain time once you get out of the core systems, or do they just continue to spawn? Because it'd be a right nuisance if they continue to spawn. So this is sending quite big ships against me as well, which isn't great. Is that it there? I can't even see it. Don't ram me! Stupid ship. So this is going to be not ideal, is it? He's going to ram me. 7.5% hull left. Yes, I think we're dead. So this isn't going to work. If they're chasing, yeah. Pirates never stop. So this is going to be virtually impossible to get anywhere with an undefended ship. And they're just. Oh, see, look at the speed that guy's coming in. He's just going to ram me. I need at least a. And the problem with the Imperial Courier is, oh, I've got to be in 2 hits there. Come on, let us get away with it, because we could. Oh, maybe we're going to make it. Just. Is it possible to deactivate? Travelling at 400 kilometers a second? Yeah. Hull repair. Oh, ship under. Oh, come on, give me a break. Can't believe this game sometimes. 1 hit and I'm dead. No. I need a better gun. I need to have the 1 megabot beam laser at least, I think. Let's go back to the previous save. What have we been saving it as? Was it 93? I can't remember what we saved it as now. Was it 93? Oh no, Pleiades, there we go. Right, so that's not, that one's no good. There we go. Right, we need to rethink this. Upgrades. Right, let's have a look at the ship list again. So I've got a feeling I think we've got a better chance if we put yeah, thanks guys. That's the problem with the 15-second delay on screen, is by the time I figured it out, you guys have only just seen it. I think I think we're going to need to... Let's refuel the internal tank while we're here. Otherwise I keep forgetting to do that. There we go. I think we're going to need to have at least the beam laser. Upgrades, beam laser. I think because the pulse laser just doesn't do it, and that beam laser isn't outrageously heavy. I mean, it's 5 tons, but so we still have scanner, fuel scoop, automatic pilot, atmospheric shielding, and the beam laser. The beam lasers give us a chance. Because at least we can zap the enemy ships. I think that's the best we can do if we want to stick to the Cobra. So we're just going to have to slowly carefully make our progress across the chart. Let's try that. Because I want to... Partly I knew. It's stupid computer. That's because it gets out of sync, doesn't it? Apply a D... Let's go apply D5. There we go. Happy now? Let's see if we can make a bit more progress by doing that. And we're looking for somewhere where there's some small scale mining operations there. Is there a base? We need to have a base. Not really anything in that system. Mining and some ore refinement. Right, there's a space station there. Let's go there then. Let's try this. Right, we'll save there. So yeah, exploration in this game is not all that easy, is it? A shield generator, yeah, I suppose I could maybe think about a shield generator, but they're really expensive in terms of hull space. That's the problem with them. And you need a few of them to really kind of make a difference, unfortunately. Oh, there's loads of... Maybe I'll Fort Bell. Loads of ships hanging around there for some reason. There we go. Right, let's see how we do on this one. Okay. Sometimes you just get away with it and it's okay. No, not today. Right, but with a beam laser, we have got a bit of a better chance of dealing with the baddies. Because we can fire back and deal with them. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely better. Right, let's try and get to here. It'd be nice to be able to see if we can get to the edge of inhabited space. Even if we don't, we certainly won't get out to the Pleiades today. Warning, ship is under attack. But I've got my evasive manoeuvres reasonably okay now. Oh, he's got a beam laser. I hate it when they've got proper weapons. Got him anyway. The rotter. There we go. We'll probably have one more at the very least. Oh, on Frontier Music. Oh, another beam laser. What is it with these guys and having proper armament? Nah, he's hit me. A rotter. Oh, reverse thruster damage. That's not good news. So even getting... It's too difficult. You can... Ah! Nope. Maybe the hacking skills. Maybe we need... let's just try that again. See if we can get in here. Sometimes the game just is nice and sometimes it really isn't. I just want to go exploring. Won't the game let me play the way I want to? Let's not go to 100% time acceleration. Shield gen for the win. Yeah, maybe I need a shield gen. But then we just can't carry enough fuel to make any progress. It's always swings and roundabouts, I know. Oh, look, it's spawning pirates with ridiculously OP weapons. Now I've lost my scanner already. 71% hull. Warning, ship is under attack. Maybe I need to have an Uber ship, just because. Now I can't see where they're coming from. That's not helpful, is it? But I'm still going to zap you. Boom. Gotcha. See, don't mess with the Celestial Warrior. I wonder if you get more pirates because you've got a higher elite rating. Is that a thing? The problem I've got now is I can't see where the ship is. I can't see him. Until he starts actually opening fire. I don't know where he is because I haven't got. There he is. I haven't got a scanner. Don't have some of that. Come on, get us to the space station at the very least. Looks like we might get away with it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, that's got a plasma accelerator. This is not good at all. This game. Well, at least he's overheated. Oh, it's an Imperial courier, which has the smallest hitbox in the game. Well, I'll tell you what, my friends. There are some save games, yes. So, tell you what I'll do for next week. I will set up either a hacked file, so we can have a ship that can get us, and maybe change a few things. So we will continue with our trip to the Pleiades next week. And probably do the MB4 mining machine as well. So I'll investigate. I'll invest in another hacked file. Okay, Commander Pleiades it is, and we will restrict the elite ranking to harmless again. I think, and go back to reset all those things to 0, to give us hopefully the best possible chance. Because that was virtually impossible. And maybe I'll hack a ship as well. Because it'd be nice to fly the Imperial courier, but with like Uber weapons or Uber jump range or something. So the Pleiades next week, and the MB4 mining machine next week, and then that will be it. That will be the end of Frontier Elite 2 playthrough on this stream. So, and I've, like I said, the little surprise I've got for you with that, you will get to enjoy that next week. Okay, so that will round off the series. But there we go. Anyway. It's good night from me, and it's good night from the Celestial Warrior. Anyway, my friends, I hope you have a fantastic rest of the weekend. You be good, and I will see you on this stream next week, back on Monday with some sci-fi ramblings and fantasy ramblings, and of course Thursday is Elite Dangerous and in-game shenanigans there as well. So anyway, have lots of fun. Hope you enjoyed yourself today with the retro stream, and I will see you all soon. Be good, my friends, and right on, Commanders.